All right. So welcome again to Military Guna TV. We have some information. An interview Paul Hall did. Let me lock off the music now. So an interview that Paul Hall did, he actually highlighted some stuff in the interview. Most definitely we'll be running through that interview. I'm give you guys some insight on what he said in the interview. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. And if there's a delay, if there's a lag, because the stream that I started today, there was a major lag, a huge delay. So let me know if you're hearing me clearly, and let me know if there's a lag. Let me know. Let me know. But anyways, massive respect, people. Hopefully you guys are doing good as myself. We're gonna run through what Paul Hall said in the interview. We're gonna read it actually. So let me run through the comment section because you guys are here quite early. So let me get that up and running as fast as possible. Let me bring up the comment. Let me bring up the comment section. So this one won't be a long stream, people. I do apologize. It won't be a long stream. El Padrino, big up. Fresh God was here earlier, said interesting. Young Cryptic said up. KB exclusive up, big up as well. Spinity, up. Music, massive respect. Classic RTS, big up as well. Classic. Wesley all said big up military, big up Wesley. Kemar Carr said bless up, and Pong Gaming said clearly intro bang. Big up. Alright, so I'm not gonna waste no time, people. I'm not gonna waste no time because I don't know someone there for a good time period already. So I'm just gonna run through. I'm gonna run through it because I don't want to waste none of you guys' time. Alright, so let me start off with first. Remember initially that people were pondering if Paul Hall could have managed QPR job and also the head coach of the Reggae Boyz. Now Paul Hall came out clearly. He came out clearly addressing that issue. So we're going to get into the details. What I would the details don't get into, people. I definitely don't want it to be a case where I'm going to drag this out because I don't want it to be a long one. I have more videos to do. I have the JPL videos to go and do. I have some announcement with the U team, Under 20 team to do as well. I have a few more videos to do, people. So I won't waste any time on this one. So I'm going to go straight into the details. I've already been here. What? How much minutes I'm gone? 4 minutes. And I'm just doing the introduction. So let's get straight to it. Let's get straight into it. As I said, not going to waste any time. So Paul Hall did an interview, and this is what happened. So Portsmouth.co.uk news, the Sportsmouth news, they did the interview. It said, ambitious ex-Portsmouth and Coventry wingman Paul Hall makes Jamaica job pledge. So this is what he said. Paul Hall has revealed he is ready to become the head coach on a permanent basis. So let's get into the details. As you can see, Paul Hall right there in his younger days. Most definitely. Alright, so this is what's happening. So this is what happened. The former Pompey favorite replaced Theodore Tapper Whitmore as Reggae Boyz coach in December, overseeing the remaining 4 games of the World Cup qualifying program. Let me read further. Stepping up from his role as assistant coach, it was seen as an interim appointment combining international duties with serving as QPR's B team manager. So this is the issue right here. This is one of the things that we want to address. So he was interim manager, but also serving as the QPR B team manager. So he was managing the B team whilst as the interim manager. That was where the questions, the Reggae Boyz, all the Reggae Boyz fans were having the question and the issues. If he could actually control or handle both situations at the same time. Let's get back into the details of what's happening. I see a few more people coming in. Ian Campbell, big up. Despite subsequently unable to book a place in Qatar, the 49-year-old continues to be highly regarded by the JFF, the Jamaica Football Federation. Let's go down because there's a lot of ads, many ads. There's a lot of ads. During 10 years at Loftus Road. All has been pivotal in the development of 20 years, 20 players to reach QPR, first team, including Eber Aziz and Islier Chair. Yet he's nearing agreement to become Jamaica's permanent boss. Now, he told the news, this is what Paul Hall said: I have said to Jamaica that if you want me to carry on, you must remove the interim title. And they are. Listen keenly, people. Listen keenly. Listen keenly. He said, he said to the Jamaica that if you want me to carry on, you must remove the interim title. And they are. This is what he said. Now let's get back to it. So this Paul Hall is saying, hey, I'm serious. This is what he said. I'm serious. I am serious about this situation. So if you want me to be the manager, take over the interim job, the interim title, and I'm ready to go. So let me get back into it. I have a game against Catalonia in Spain on May 25th, and then the CONCACAF Nation League against Suriname in Mexico, June 5th. So it's all go. It is all go against Suriname in Mexico. So it's all go. Let's continue. We are talking about the contract and doing something long term, but they are not a federation which is gifted with finances. However, for me to step away from QPR would have to be a long term deal. Maybe I will quit QPR, but as this moment in time, they are allowing me the experience of being an international manager. As an international manager, just read a comment and get abstract. And that can only help both ways. I was Jamaica's assistant coach, and they asked me to take the team. That's why I was the interim. So I was able to smoothly make the transition. I applied for this job, and I'm their first choice to take it. Let's get further. I'm just gonna read out the rest of it. I have to build myself a new team. We have Mikel Antonio, Bobby DeCardo Reeve, Ravel Morrison, Leon Bailey, and some really good players. And I must build around these guys. I also need to reduce the average age. Because it is an aging group of players. So we're looking at the team which is going to be here for in the 4 years for the next World Cup. We never really look like qualifying for Qatar. I took the job with 4 games to go, yet we weren't one of the strongest team. We didn't get that close, but I believe next time we will. All made 216 appearances and scored 42 goals for Pompey after Jim Smith signed for him. That's a lot of all details. So let's get back to what all is saying. Holding the UEFA Pro license, he has spent 10 years at QPR, starting from coaching under 14s before in recent times being appointed under 23s head coach and now overseeing their B team. All added, I've had 20 first team debuts in my time at QPR. Lots of good players have come through. QPR are number 3 in the country for developing developing footballers, and we are very proud of that achievement. So many people deserve credit. So that is it. That is basically it. So he's actually opening up about the situation. So he's saying basically it is all in the hands of the federation. They are the one who has the opportunity to make everything as official as possible. And you can clearly say that the reports coming out, the president himself said it, that Paul Hall is the front runner for the senior men's team job. President said it. The president is giving him his full backing. Dalton Wynn came out and said it. Most of the persons, the hierarchical structure of the JFF said he is the front runner. And Paul Hall coming out now and said, okay, you have that. Now let's get it. Let me run through some of the comments before I do anything else. What are your thoughts on what Paul Hall is saying? When I said big up Guna, Gaza Dre one dance said upload big up. Spin said one military and it's not the JFF. Big up Ian. Big up Roy Simpson, one of the few hard worker in the JFF. A very nice person as well, actually. Get to speak with him. Tyrone Williams said bless up MG. Big up Big D Len. Actually said Tyrone Williams, is this the Tyrone who got DC? Oof. Good question. O'Neill said, is he in the position to demand that though? Remember that coaching is result based. That's a very good way to put it, that coaching is a results based game. Also, you can look at the factors, the variables surrounding the team. What is the direction that the team wants to go? What do you want from the team? What are the expectations of the team? You could say, okay, let's bring in an experienced coach. And that experienced coach is focusing on the next 2026. Now, this guy, Paul Hall, is focusing on the long-term future for not only the Reggae Boyz team, but football in Jamaica. So, they're looking at the plan, the structure that Paul Hall brings. They're looking at what he wants to bring to the team. They're also looking at what he can offer to the team in a long-term plan. Not only the short-term plan, and then we're back straight to square one after 2026 World Cup. Then it's downhill again. So it's thinking about the long-term strategies that can put in place so we have a strong program going forward. Only a program that can get better and have a better developing country, more so than a program where after like 98 program, it was a structured program, but no one follow suit with it. Maybe he's looking forward to, okay, what went wrong there? Let me see if I can better that. So it could be that case, and he's looking, and the hierarchical structure are looking at that. Classic said, military warm to your suit. My background, because I have a green screen, but as soon as I start out about the green screen, I just sort out the lighting, and we're good again. Ayas Abdul said, yes, brother, what's good? I'm good, bro. Coming in, calling from far, Ayas. That sounds good about the players he wants to build around. Yes, Mikel Antonio, Kemar Roof, Leon Bailey, Ravel Morrison. Even though in the future, some of these guys will be a little bit older, but significantly, if we can have those players and say, okay, this is a landmark, this is the template where you should meet. So you want a striker, you should meet Mikel Antonio quality. You want a midfielder, you should meet the Ravel Morrison quality. You want a winger, you should meet the Leon Bailey quality. So that is possible the way he's looking at it. That is the way he's looking at building a team. You should meet these qualities for you to be in the selection, for you to get there. Jero said he should be taking charge of the recruitment process for top players, though, and leave very little for the JFF. So I was speaking to someone that spoke to Paul Hall, and they said that it was in March, or in May going to June. It was in March. I was speaking to him, and he said he called Paul Hall. Paul Hall was actually at one of the players' game. Excuse me. He was actually on one of the players' game. He was looking at a particular player. He didn't know who the player was, but he was actually at a game looking at a player. So Paul Hall, during the time period when nothing was happening, Paul Hall was actually in the UK, going to games and looking at players. That's what Paul Hall was doing during the time period when there was a down period. For who didn't know, I'm now telling you guys. Bless up as well. Actually said JFF don't mess around. The man serious. Rob Smith said, if he can be here full time, I can see changes from the grassroots. I don't even care about the senior team. I want to see his developmental skills. Robert Smith, I respect this comment 100%. Many people are not looking at this part of it. Many people are not looking at that. This is the best attribute that Paul Hall can bring. If Paul Hall don't do anything with senior team, the mere fact that Paul Hall is one of the best coaches, or QPR is one of the best teams or system in UK to develop young players, and Paul Hall is a part of that system. He's actually the head coach of some of the better youth players in UK. He's a part of that system. Can you imagine when he starts to implement those strategies, those those little training, those ideals, those ideologies, those coaching aspects to what we have here in Jamaica, we can see major improvement in time to come. That is one of the biggest factors in what Paul Hall has to offer. One of the biggest factors. As Abby said, when does the squad come out for the Nation League? Hopefully after the games. I do think that based on what I heard, they're looking to pick some players from this team. Stefan Rice said, big up. Ian Campbell said, what about Marley Marshall for the under 20 team? Alright, so I do think that alright, so there are so we already know the players that are coming in from under 20. But I do think that we don't want to just start showing players. It's quite close, you know. It's quite close now. So we have to be very careful in what we do. We don't want to do what we did to the last World Cup qualifiers. We want to say, okay, we'll get a set of players from early out and then build that core with those players. We have many players in the team right now. And we build that core with those players and we continuously add on and that. But we don't want to just keep on chucking in players and then now when we see the players on the pitch, they have no chemistry, no cohesive unit. Big up KY. Actually said military, who give the JFF the idea to interview players, even though them could have do better. But I see they're trying, they should do more. Yes, me have to respect that. The interviewer needs some work. And just that, he needs some work. There's so much questions you could ask. He actually asked even Cameron Lacey the same question twice. I do think that he needs some work. But I respect that. I respect what they're doing. Once they keep on doing those stuff, I do think that the fans will get on board because we like that. We really like that. Ayas Abdi said, yes, bro, it's 5 a.m. here in Nairobi, Kenya. People, we have a Kenyan supporter. He's a loyal supporter from Kenya. Always tune in. If I should go live, 10 o'clock in the night, 5 o'clock in the morning, whatever time, he's always here, people. So people give respect to the people who watch from far. This man I watch from Kenya. This man has no affiliations with Jamaican football, more than just rate the vibes and say no. Always in the chat. I listen when I go on, and he just love the vibes. He love the Jamaican vibes, people. So I have to give massive respect. Ayas Abdi, big up, bro. Thank you very much. Massive respect. Big up all our Jamaican fans. Them have real respect from Alpha. So people, we see attract people to love the Jamaican football. People who don't have no affiliations with Jamaican football. I have to respect that. I said I get ready for work. Safe journey on the road, bro. Safe journey on the road. Railway going ahead. Up Crabber said. O'Neill said, Guna, based on the answer you gave to my question, it sounds like you and the JFF is expecting Paul Hall to do their job. Shouldn't the future of JA be responsible? Should be the responsibility of the JFF. All right, so what I understand what you're saying, 100%. Eagle Republic, what the article say? What does the article say? I do think that Paul Hall plays a big part in what's happening right now. He's the one who is taking up the mantle. Said, okay, I want to fix things. He really wants to fix him. So it's not a case in which. So he has many ideas that he can go. Said, okay, the JFF board, you guys can do this. I know your budget. You guys can implement these. So he has seen many developmental structure right across the UK. So he knows what it takes. And even if the finances are low, he can say, okay, we can work off these factors. So I understand where they come from. Prodigy said, where can we watch a game versus Catalonia? I'm not sure if there's going to be links. I have a VPN, so maybe I'll be able to get it. Nico said, what time is the match in JA? I think it's 11 a.m. Sometime between 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Big up Unseen. People support Unseen now. Unseen Sports TV. He has a YouTube channel. Go over there and hit the subscribe button as well. Actually said 11:45 a.m. I think about that. Mr. Dress at 11:45 a.m. Big up Michael Woodburn. Unseen says military true juice already. Alright, so Unseen, quite a few players never play now. A few players, maybe about 4 players never play. 4 of the starting players. Michael Woodburn said, Kenya man, big up. Ian said, I'm not saying that Marshall should be in the squad, just inquiring about it because I heard his name floating around. I'm not sure. I'd have to check it out. If that's the level of the tier 2 with Doom, Unseen, you will see Unseen. You will see. It's not that bad, man. People smash the like button, people. Up around said, I'll be big up our Kenyan brother. Yeah, man. Come from far, calling from far, no, man. Man, tuning from far. Actually said Kenya is a nice country. Went there once. I've never been there. Never been that side before. Never been that side. Only like the northern side, the USA or the Canada, the regular, where everyone is going. Anyways, people. I won't say any longer, people. I have a lot more videos to go and do. So guys, hopefully you guys are doing good. So Paul Hall make his statement clear. Let me bring back up let me see if I can bring it up. Let me see if I can bring it up. I'm trying to find the part that that's important. So I can reiterate it to you guys. All right, so yes, so Eagle Republic. This is what he said. We are talking about the contract and doing something long term, but they are not a federation which gives. They are not a federation which is gifted with finances. However, for me to step away from QPR would have to be a long term deal. Maybe I will quit QPR, but at this moment in time, they are allowing me the experience of being an international manager. And that can help both ways. So he's saying that he's ready to quit, but he's looking at a long-term future for the job. That is what Paul Hall is looking for. A long-term future. Hopefully the channel will be coming on East Goals or one of those regular channels or station that we can see the games on. But most definitely, people, thank you guys for tuning in. Won't say long. I have a lot of videos to go and do. I have to do the JPL team of the week. I have a lot of work to do, people. So hopefully guys are doing good. Until next time, people, Military Guna Sports TV, we are out, people.